I think we got an accident here. I just heard it too. So I'm on scene before the police. Everybody's pouring out of their car. Okay. Let's see. There's wait. That car has it looks like a spotlight on it. Wonder if that's some sort of undercover that they hit. That car does have a spotlight. Okay, so that car has damage. Did they hit you? Yeah? That looks like a police car undercover. It has a spotlight on it. Is it? I don't know. What happened? They were coming from that way or what? Yeah? Yeah. Is everybody all right?
Yeah, we're fine.
That should have been my first question. I saw everybody pour out. I heard it. I was right there and I heard it. Who was driving?
Yeah, we're okay. I'm driving.
You're driving?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, you're clearly in your lane. You're a little bit ahead of that line, I guess, but how did you... Oh, she just pulled up there. She didn't end up there. She just pulled out of the way. I see. So, I mean, maybe everybody should come over to the sidewalk. Just a suggestion. How about everybody come over to the sidewalk? You know what I mean? Just a suggestion. I mean, yeah. So where are you ladies headed?
We were going to Whataburger, but I'm pretty sure we're going home now.
Going home now?
Yeah.
That's the.
I mean, it's not that bad. I don't think. I hope not, because I need that to go to work.
Yeah. I mean, it looks ugly, but it doesn't look like that fender's in the way of your tire.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I can pull it over to the parking lot, but I don't really want to move it.
No, I wouldn't move it until the... Did you call the police?
I don't think so. Did someone call the police?
You should definitely call them, because that's more than $500 damage. I can guarantee you that. And
I will.
you know, you're gonna want a police report for the insurance.
My phone's dead. Sophia, what do y'all need to call the police?
I mean, they come by here like non-stop. I'm surprised one hasn't even come here yet. You know, I film them all the time. You guys are gonna want to get this video too at some point. It's always when you're trying to get something to eat too, you know? I mean... this is Williams Drive.
Alright, make sure everybody alright. You got him?
Yeah, well, I'm recording, you know, but... Oh, it's too late for that, man. You're in public. Yeah, I just recorded a stop right there. I record the police all the time. I have a YouTube. You watch YouTube? Yeah. You want to check it out? Because she's going to want to get this video. And so I'm not going to post it yet, but I can give you a link to where you can see it. It's called Press On. So you might need to change your type to channels. See those 3 lines up there? And then change type to channel. And you should see. Wait, no. Press on. Is that? Did you change your type? to channel? Something didn't go right.
I don't believe so.
No, I usually come up first. Let's see. Sorry, I'm all on your phone. You did. Sort by. That's really weird. Okay, go back.
Driver's side door won't close.
Try again.
Am I gonna
I
get
don't
fined
know.
for driving?
That's really weird. I always come up. Oh, press on 2 words. Yeah, there you go. Let's see what happens. Okay, change.
All right, we're gonna pull into the Dairy Queen parking lot then.
There I am.
I'm in a blue.
Hit subscribe. And then if you go to a video and then you can like comment or something, and then you know, we can like exchange, like I can send you guys a link, because I don't post in the city that I'm in until I leave that city, right? Because police are kind of vindictive.
512-923-9904. Oh, fine, thank you. Okay, we have to talk to them.
You have to get their insurance or license and phone number.
Did you subscribe? Okay, I'm David, by the way.
Nice to meet you. I'm Sophia.
Sophia. Yeah. Everybody here should subscribe, really. If you like, you watch YouTube? Yeah. You want to see my channel? I film the police.
Film the police?
Yeah, I film the police. Absolutely. Somebody's got to keep an eye on them. Oh, this truck is with you guys?
Guys, what?
You're leaving?
Oh, they want us to drive into that parking lot so that way we're not blocking.
I wouldn't listen to them. I mean,
911 operator.
oh, well,
To move over there so we don't cause another accident.
I mean,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I would wait for the police, because they're going to need to see this. They're going to need to document the evidence of where you are. You know what I mean? The 911 operator, they're not on on your side. You know what I mean?
I mean, do you think I'm gonna get in trouble for being that far past
Absolutely.
the line? Alright, because
Well, I mean, obviously they hit you. How could they hit you? She was coming from that way?
yeah, and they just cut a little short. Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah, and that's my first
I mean, now I would say to move it, but that would be totally
I think
trying to hide the evidence. You know what I mean? It's already on video, but
I think Dad took the.
okay, here's the police right now. So, oh, she's leaving the scene of an accident right now. See, she's leaving the scene of an accident. That is what she is currently doing. You know, in 911, they might tell you to do that, but
Don't. Yeah.
I mean,
Well, I was
911
a little
operators
worried
get
about
people
this.
killed all the time.
Well, my door won't close. I don't want to move my car because that's really unsafe.
Oh, your door won't close?
No, the fender is pushing into the door, so it won't close now. It's gonna have to get towed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, do you want me to document this for you? I can stand there and not say a thing, but I can be there and document what he says and everything. Do you want that?
I don't know.
Yes or no? I mean, I'll just be an independent observer. I won't say a word.
Okay.
All right.
Can you at least drive it out of the roadway? Is it drivable?
I think so. I can get it somewhere.
Okay.
You want me to? Where do you want me to go?
Yeah, if you want to pull up like over here somewhere. How you doing?
I'm an independent observer. I'm not trying to talk, but I'm just
Stand up
recording
on the
for her
sidewalk and down
benefit.
the road for me?
Well, I'm going to go where I can be right where she is, because
That's
I'm
fine, but I
independent
need you out of the
observer.
road, please.
I'm going to follow you guys over to where you're going.
Here, but just stay out of the road.
So we got a caravan of people coming in. I'm gonna stay with her, and everything the officer says to her, I'll get recorded. All right. I'm David, by the way.
I'm Alicia.
Alicia.
Yes.
All right. Everything's gonna be all right. So I have to be quiet, but everything he says to you, I'm gonna record because you are the one that was hit.
All right.
Are you okay? You're crying?
Yeah,
It just hit you, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very emotional getting into an accident. You know, sometimes we think we're not injured, but really we are psychologically.
Well, it could have hurt me really bad because I was right there.
You were right there. Oh my God. It's all right. You're all right. I've been in an accident similar to this, but much worse. But it was the passenger side that got hit, and I was driving, and I'll never forget it. I ran a red light, and the car came over and hit the side, and you know, luckily there was a steel bar through it, or he would have just been munched, you know. But I mean, the car was totaled, you know. But it's not the car that matters. It's you, and you know, it hit you just like that fast.
Yeah. I'm just glad.
Alicia, it's not your fault. Things happen.
Sorry, man, do you have your ID with you?
I do. It's in my phone.
Hey, buddy, I
This guy's trying to bully me.
Okay, sir, I just asked you, please stand over there.
I'm not. You keep trying to move away, and I'm here for her safety to record everything that you say.
Okay, do you understand what interference with public duties is?
I'm not interfering because I am a
What that means is
observer.
that you are interfering with my duty to investigate an accident. Which
You're
means
interfering with
I'm
my
taking
investigation.
I'm taking my.
You should just ignore me because I am not interfering with anything.
Okay, I do not feel
a.
safe with you here because
That
I
is a
don't know
lie. You
You're
have
not
no
involved.
reasonable, articulable
You have
suspicion to
absolutely
believe.
No reason to be here, ma'am. Do you know him? Do you have any
She
reason to
asked
believe-
me.
Do you still want him?
You are bullying her. You are bullying her out of her
No, I
rights.
need you to leave, please. Thank you.
I can be here.
Thank you.
You don't own this parking lot, so don't give me another order as long as you live, officer, because I will file a complaint.
Okay. If I need
Do
to
not
turn
give me
around
any
and
more
if I
orders.
Focus on you one more time, you're going to go to jail for interference with public duties. You understand? I do not want to do that, but don't make me do it. I don't care if you record me. Don't come up in my investigation interfering with my duty to investigate.
Is this parking lot closed?
Do you understand? Yes or no?
Is this parking lot closed?
Do you understand? Yes or no?
Is this parking lot closed?
Simple question. Yes or no?
I don't answer
I'm
questions.
going to ask you one more time. Do you understand?
Is this parking lot closed? I am plenty far away from you. You can stop talking anytime you
I'm not
want.
going to explain it to you again. Do not
Fine.
derive my attention from this investigation. Do you understand?
All right.
Thank you.
Yes, it's not on.
Do you have any way to take pictures or write stuff down?
You know, I could borrow my friend's phone. Is that my mom is on her way, but my friends, I can ask tomorrow what their phone is.
Yeah, that works too. So basically what I had to do is, both of y'all's cars are drivable. Are you able to drive that to your house?
I don't know. It's pretty far. It's by East Haven.
Like, are you able to close the door all the way? Like, if you pull really hard?
I think so, but it's. It's the pizza's sticking out. I don't want to get like in trouble, right?
So April, what am I having you do? All right. This is your insurance here, right? Okay. So what I'm having you do is you can go and take a picture of your insurance and your license. Okay. And that way you can have one. Okay. So we'll do. And then your intern insurance. Oh, sorry. Oh, that's okay. Are you mom?
I am.
Okay. So.
Okay.
So that was probably maybe forward. Probably what I would recommend doing if you, I wouldn't drive it like that all the way home, but I would just talk to Derek and say, hey, can I leave here overnight and take care of it? Okay. Since it's a Friday night, it's midnight, okay. So they probably can. So that way I don't have to, that way y'all can pick a record, y'all can take the time.
Right.
If you do, they can take it straight to your house and then you can do it.
Okay.
Right. Do you have any questions?
I don't.
appreciate you stopping out, coming out. I appreciate y'all coming by as well. So, all right, yep, anytime. Hopefully we'll okay. Real quick, let me get you a okay. Sit tight, okay?
I think this is the supervisor here now. Hopefully. Take a deep breath. He's got my nerves all fired up. Good evening. Are you the supervisor? I'm wonderful. Now that you're here, are you the supervisor?
No, I just met you.
I know you did just meet me.
You don't remember me?
Yes, I do. Duval at the haunted house. Are you the supervisor?
I'm not.
Oh, well, I asked for his supervisor to be here because what he did was absolutely uncalled for.
What's going on?
Well, you're not a supervisor.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I would tell you, but I'll tell you, but no, what he,
Something I'm
okay,
not
there was
good
an
at.
accident right there, right? And I was the first on scene and I was recording it, you know. And normally when I record, I don't interject, but in this case, I was the first on scene and I had spoken with the victim there, right? And she requested, you know, I asked her if she wanted me to be an independent observer for her, right? And she said yes. And I have that on video, which means that I can stand right there just like anybody else and not say anything, you know?
You can stand there regardless.
Yeah, but I mean right next to her, right? And record for her benefit because she's the victim. But Officer Pence, or deputy or whatever his title is, wouldn't allow it, right? But he allows everybody else to stand right next to him, and he's saying he doesn't feel comfortable with me. I'm a threat. But he has no reasonable articulable suspicion to believe I'm a threat of any sort. You know, why? Because I have a camera? I mean, that's the only thing. And so what he did was then he bullied her into saying that, you know, she doesn't want me to, right? Which it's easy to get scared with guys and guns. She just got in an accident. She's over there crying, and this officer is yelling at me, causing a scene, right? Saying that I'm interfering. I was quiet and minding my own business, just trying to document for her sake, right? Not interfering.
Right.
Okay, I wasn't saying anything.
Okay.
You see, that would be interfering.
Right.
Right, but he's accusing me, and then he threatened to arrest me for interfering, right? So, you know, I don't actually have to get arrested in order to be deprived of my rights. You know, I'm not going to be kidnapped just so that I can prove that I was wrong.
Right.
I mean, right, you know what I mean? But what he did was he stopped her from having an independent documentation of what she said to him. You see, and so he bullied her out of her rights. You know, I can't make her do anything about that, but my right as one of the people, you know, I mean, you seem like a good guy, but Officer Pence, what do you call him? Is it deputy?
Deputy.
Officer, what's your rank?
I'm a deputy as well.
Okay, so you're both on the same level. I did ask for a supervisor, you know, I mean, do I have a point here?
I was
Deputy?
right down the road, so that's why I stopped by. But
You know, I don't expect you to comment on an actual thing, but based on what I said, if what I said is true,
wasn't here, so
if
I'm not
what
gonna
I
make any
said is
judgments.
true,
I'm not here.
that's all I'm saying. Like,
So
you
I'm not
know,
gonna make any judgments on that.
I'm not asking you to. I'm not asking you to comment on the truthfulness of what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if what I just said was true, you know, you've already nodded your head that I can stand right there and be an independent observer upon request.
You could stand
You know,
there on the street corner and film all day.
well, on the street corner, but I mean right next to her. And this is a parking lot, you know. And he kept saying, step back, you know. And I was this far away, and he's telling me to take 2 more steps back, you know. But I couldn't hear. And she, you know, had asked me to record for her benefit. Right? It's a little different than a normal scene that I roll up on, you know. Because, I mean, if I get there and the officers are already there, I'm not going to interject and be like, hey, do you want me to record for you? That would be interfering. Right? I'm taking the attention away from the officer.
Right.
But I wasn't taking the attention away. He was taking his attention away and putting it on me and interrupting my investigation, you know, because I'm conducting one too, right, as a member of the press, you know, one of the people, right? And, you know, you guys have your investigations, but I have mine. Right, and actually mine's a little bit higher because I get my authority from the First Amendment and yours is from the 10th. They're pretty far removed from each other.
Yep.
Right? Mine's in a preferred position, you know, as one of the people, and you're a person, right? And persons are not the same as people. You know, you're a servant of the people.
Yes, sir.
Right? You can't be one of the people and a servant of the people at the same time.
We still get to be people.
Well, when you take off your uniform, I'll let you be one of the people, but you can't be a people and a servant of the people at the same time.
I agree.
And, you know, I can prove it because, like, you have to wear that uniform, so clearly your freedom of speech has been stripped. You have no freedom of expression. You have no freedom of religion. You can believe in what you want, but you can't preach it. Separation of church and state.
Very true.
So, obviously, your rights have been diminished. And these rights can't be deprived of the people. And they haven't been. What you've done is you voluntarily stepped into your person, right? The Fourth Amendment says the right of the people to be secure in their person. So you stepped in your person, right? And that's why we're supposed to respect officers, is because they voluntarily stepped into their person and gave up their rights in exchange for privileges and took on duties to protect the citizens and serve the people, right?
Very true.
You know?
Very true.
We're going to get along great, Officer Duvall. We really are, you know. I wish you would have been here for her sake more than mine. I mean, you know, because now she just has no record of what was said, you know, and she was the victim in this. And you know, if this goes to court,
hurt, so that's amazing.
she's hurt mentally. She's it really hit her when she got over here, you know. And I mean, it's easy when the adrenaline is flowing. Is this your supervisor?
I don't know.
I did ask for a supervisor, and then he got on the radio and said, an angry man with a beard. I mean, see, it's these descriptions that send people off and get people killed, you know? It really is. It's like one of the people. Good evening. Are you the supervisor?
Nope.
Oh, you're not?
Nope.
Okay. Well, what's going on?
Coming out.
Okay. Where's the supervisor?
A ways off.
There's one coming out. Oh, you're gonna be waiting a while.
For reals? Maybe I'll just go into the office. This is the office here in town.
So we see
Okay.
that where son does that?
Why does he have a green uniform on? And you guys have
Because he's
black
a green guy.
uniforms on.
Specialized unit, that's why.
A specialized unit called deprivation of the people's rights?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
That'll work. So,
All right. Well, if your supervisor is going to be a long time, I'll just go into the office. He
yeah,
gave me
we're
his
super
badge
busy.
number.
If you go up to the front office
You know.
and say, hey, I want to file a complaint, you got all my info and stuff, you can go in there. You can talk to Commander Deaton. He's my boss's boss.
Commander Deaton.
Yeah, ask him. Tell him what's going on. Show him the video if you want.
Absolutely, I will.
And you can
You
go
know,
from there, okay?
I mean, you know, right now you seem like a good guy and we're all calm, but, you know, you let all those people stand right next to you.
Mm-hmm.
And there was no reason to separate me from them.
Well, the
right?
reason why I
Hold on, let me
separated you-
finish. Hold
Okay,
on.
go, sure, go
I'm
ahead.
no threat, and you had no reason to believe I was just because I had a camera.
Okay.
Right? No more than anybody else that was driving through, or, you know, all the other people that were standing when Mom got here. You didn't mind her just walking right up to you.
Right.
But she didn't have a camera in her hand.
Okay.
And see, what you did was you not only deprived my right to press, but you deprived her of an independent documentation of what she said to you.
Okay. Do you see
You
this
see?
thing right here?
Well, that thing only protects you because you know what? You
Well,
guys.
do you know what this is?
No.
This is an audio recorder, and there's a camera in my car. So the minute that I got on scene and started doing what I needed to do, everything was video and audibly recorded.
I've heard the party
So at
line
that
before.
At that point, one, they're all completely involved in what's going on. You were just walking by.
Mm.
I understand you stopping and helping and trying to help them out. I get that and I appreciate that. But when I say I don't need you anymore, it's done.
I wasn't
just need
there
you to
for
leave.
your benefit.
Okay, and that's fine, but when I have to take my attention away from my investigation because you keep walking up behind me, I do not feel safe when you do that.
That is not true. I was right next to her. I never walked up behind you. You turned
Okay.
your back on me later.
Okay.
But the fact is that I wasn't there for your benefit. Many times your recordings, they don't get released when you do something wrong. They only get released when you do something right. Now, some departments do release them. I'm not making a blanket statement for every department in the United States. But a lot of times, those cameras are mysteriously not working at the time.
Well,
Right,
see
and
this green light?
she had a right. She requested me on camera to record for her, and then you bullied her out of it. You see, you weren't there when I first got there. She asked me to record. Okay, I offered, and she said yes.
Okay.
And I
understand
didn't
that-
say anything
I
to
get it,
you.
I get it, but right now we have other priority calls going on.
Yeah, and
so
I don't want to
wanted
take
try
up
to
any
explain
more
to
of
you.
your time.
Okay,
I
so
don't.
you understand the complaint process and who you need
Yes,
to talk to.
I do, but I also, you know, might meet you another time
That's fine.
on another stop, and I don't want to have any animosity towards each other. You know,
I mean, animosity
you're
towards
doing
you.
your job and I'm doing mine. But
The
what I
only
am
thing-
not is an angry man with a beard.
the
I'm
only
one of the
thing-
people.
Okay, the only thing that I want you to remember next time is when I ask you to step away from my scene, please step 3 steps. All I was asking was for 3 steps. That's it.
Well, this is
Not
3
right now.
steps, and then you asked me to take 2 more.
Okay, when you go.
Yeah, that's true, but then I took a couple of more, and your steps might be
after
bigger
having
than
to argue with you, I'm
mine.
not going to argue with you all night. Okay, it's all on camera, and
It
that's
is.
great.
It is
I just
all
want you
camera.
to understand that when I have to take away my attention from what I'm doing because you're not listening to what I'm saying, and I don't need you inside my investigation. That's
You
what-
don't need it, but she did,
Okay, no, she
and
didn't.
she had a right
She
to.
specifically told me she did not want you here anymore. She just told me again that the only reason she wanted you recording was because I was not here yet. When I got here, she no longer wanted you here.
Well,
that is
that's
on
not what
recording.
she told me, but you bullied her out
She's
of
also a
it.
16-year-old girl that's probably scared of some random man that walked up to her at midnight filming.
No, I don't think she was scared at all of me.
Okay. Did you not see her crying?
Yeah, she's crying because she
She's
was just
scared.
in an accident. She's
She is
very
scared.
scared. You
So,
know,
again, we agree.
She
She's
is-
a scared 16-year-old girl.
she is. There's a bunch of guys with guns. You know, and that's a very scary thing. And you're
So,
yelling at
next
me,
time-
threatening me,
next
and
time when I
you know
do
she
not
doesn't
threaten you.
want to. Yeah, you did. You threatened to arrest me.
I don't threaten. I make promises.
You didn't arrest me.
I didn't. I
So
told you,
you
if did not
threatened
step
to
back, I would
arrest me.
arrest you.
You threatened
And
to
did I
arrest
arrest
me.
you after you stepped back? No, I did not.
No, you didn't.
There you go.
Right,
So
but
problem solved. Do you have any other
nevertheless,
questions for me, sir?
yeah. When did I interfere with you? Because just standing there is not interfering. I didn't say anything to you.
Okay, was
You
my
spoke to
attention
me.
derived from my investigation because you were walking around and you had absolutely no business being around inside of this? And
Well,
after I asked you
I
multiple
had
times
permission
to take steps
from
back,
her.
did you not step back?
I had permission from her before that. It's on recording. Okay,
I'm
so
asking a simple question. Did you or did you not take 3 steps back after I asked you multiple times?
yeah, I did.
Did you not do it?
After she revoked my permission, I
Okay,
did.
And you did it, right? And then
After she
that, we
revoked
were
my
done. We had no
permission.
more issues, right?
Right, but it was
Okay,
a
so
little
what's
bit
the
too
problem?
late because I wasn't interfering with you.
Okay, just remember.
From the beginning, I was never interfering.
remember-
Just standing there is not interfering.
Okay, I have a 911 call that I have to
Well,
go
go to it.
Okay.
Walk away from me.
I'm trying
I'm
to
not.
make
You're not
sure-
detained.
Okay, all right. Thank you.
You are
for
not
detaining me. I
detained.
appreciate
Yeah,
it.
absolutely. Absolutely. I thought you had a 911 call.
Oh, well, my lieutenant's pulling up, so you can talk to him.
Right.
You should show him the video, too.
I can't and record at the same time.
Oh, okay.
You know. I thought you had a 911 call.
Somebody else just took it.
Lieutenant, how are you doing?
Good, how are you, sir?
Lieutenant Kennedy.
Yes, sir.
We had just decided to take this up later, but now that you're here, you know, everybody's calm. But I will briefly explain to you what happened. Okay. There was an accident there on the corner,
Right.
and I was the first on scene.
Okay.
And you know, so I was recording. And now,
Were you
backstory-
involved in it?
No,
or
no.
Did you witness it?
No, I'm one of the people, just a member of the press, you know, just documenting what public servants do and, you know, what happens, right? But then, you know, I started talking to the victim, okay, the one that was hit.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I offered to be an independent observer for her,
Okay.
right? And she accepted my offer, okay? And, you know, now, backstory, I do record police all the time, you know,
Outstanding.
but what I would never do is, like, let's say you were there already, I would never just interject and say, oh, do you want me to record for you?
Okay.
Right? Because that would be interfering and taking away your attention, you know, and I would never do that. But you guys
Appreciate
weren't
that.
there yet.
Okay.
Okay, so she accepted my offer. And then so, you know, he had her move over here, and so I came over here, and I was standing right next to her, silent, okay, recording what she was saying to Officer Pence.
Huh?
Yes, and you know, not interfering because I wasn't saying anything, right?
Sure.
But his attention was on me, okay, and that's not my fault, right? You know, when somebody's standing there with the camera, sometimes, yeah, people look at me, but that doesn't mean that I'm drawing their attention or I'm interfering,
Okay.
right? I mean, if I was
Well,
speaking to
it's hard to
him,
say. I
then I
wasn't
would be
here.
interfering, right?
Not
But
necessarily.
well, I mean, I have a right to, well, I don't have a right to do that, but she had a right to have an independent observer, okay, that recorded what she said to him.
Sure.
She had that right. You see, you know, she doesn't have to fully hold the camera herself, but you know,
Well, we're
she.
also recording.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. She
So
had a
what can
right
I-
to
what-
her own.
What is
you
it
know.
that I can help you
Well,
with?
he
What would you-
stopped me from doing it and threatened to arrest me if I didn't move away. And so, you know, I did move away because he threatened to arrest me. I'm not trying to get kidnapped
Well-
just so that I can prove that I was in the right, you know.
Well, it
I
can
have
be-
documentation that she said she wanted me to be an independent recorder, but then he
And that's
bullied
fine.
her out of it. You know,
Okay,
he's
well-
screaming and yelling at me, and she's crying, and you know, and
He was screaming at you?
yeah, he was screaming at me. It's on recording, which I'm not going to show you now because I'd have to stop this recording in order to do it, you know, and I don't want to do that. But you know, I do want to file a formal complaint. I'm probably going to have to go into the office to do that, you
Yes,
know.
sir.
But yeah, absolutely.
Well, it'll have to be Monday because it's the weekend. No one will be up there.
Yeah.
They work Monday through Friday.
Yeah, Monday.
Business hours.
Right, but you know, I film you guys, and I'm no threat, you know. And he let everybody and their grandma come right up next to him. Right, the girl's
wasn't
mom. No,
here,
I
so-
know. I'm just saying, right. But the girl's mom got here, and she just walks right up. You know, he doesn't have a
That's
problem
family.
with her standing there, like everybody else standing
That's her
right next to
family,
him.
though, sir.
Yeah, that is her family, but still, it's somebody no different than me.
That's her. Yes, it is. That's her family. That's
He-
completely different.
She doesn't have any right to the scene any more than I do.
Sure, she does.
No, she doesn't.
Sure, she does.
What right?
That's her family.
That's not
That's
a
her.
right.
She's there to take care of her. If she needs another ride to somewhere,
Yes.
to take care of her, help her with the crash, that kind of.
That's true. And I was there at her request in order to document, which is also her right.
Sure.
And, you know, I mean, you can certainly give me an explanation of what interfering is. I mean, certainly just because somebody's attention is drawn towards me doesn't mean I'm interfering.
Not necessarily, but now if you're telling me if you're right beside her, following her around, it could be a safety issue for the officer, potentially, because he doesn't know.
Potentially,
who you are,
well, he
okay?
doesn't have to know
what
who
your
I am.
intentions are at the time. Okay, that's why if he asks you to step back, just so he can do his job and work the accident safely, because they're out on the roadway where the roads are.
No,
still
we were
safe.
right here.
Yep. Well, okay. Regardless, he has a job that he's trying to do safely, right? I'm sure you can understand that.
I
that
can.
we wanna
That's
do
why I
things
said
safely.
I would never interject if you guys were already here. But see, I had already had contact with the victim, and I had already had permission, you see, and she has a
Well-
right to an independent observer in order to document what she says to you guys, you know. Granted, you have recordings, but they
Correct.
don't always get released.
But that doesn't mean that you can be right in the middle of it.
Well, she does
regardless
have
of
that
if she
right.
says that or not.
She
Then you
does
can do
have that
from a
right.
distance, not right
Well,
in the middle.
not necessarily.
Yes,
I
sir.
mean, yeah, she
Because
does have that right.
you're not directly involved in that scene, regardless of what she says.
That's
It's
what-
up to the deputies. It's
That's
up
why
to us.
I'm independent.
It doesn't
If I
matter,
was
sir.
if I was involved,
I'm
I
not
wouldn't
going to
be
go around and
independent.
around with you because we're not going to see eye to eye on this. I'll be glad to, when I go back, I'll have him go download his video and I'll watch it and review it. If you want to go in the morning on Monday and file that formal complaint, then that's completely your right to do so. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't
if
want
I
any
see anything-
retribution for it.
And if I see any
You know?
policy violations on his video, then I will handle that as a supervisor.
You are his direct supervisor?
Yes, sir. Well, his sergeant's on a different call. I'm the supervisor of this entire shift.
All right.
So
you know,
technically, yes, I am his supervisor.
you know, I've had not very many encounters with the sheriffs. Usually I see the police, but you
Right.
know, your assistant chief, Roy Fakak, we see right eye to eye.
Perfect.
You know, we've
He's a
been
great guy.
he is a great guy. And, you know, we sat in his car for like 30 minutes and discussed my rights to film, you know.
And you do have
and
every-
he is a great guy. And,
So if
you
we,
know,
so hopefully,
I mean, I'm just saying that I don't have these problems ever, right? I've filmed at least 30 calls in this town just in 3 weeks that I've been
And that's
here,
great.
you know?
I
And no
encourage it,
problems,
but-
but this guy's out of control.
Okay.
He is going to get somebody killed, officer. Well, you're a lieutenant. I'm
Yes, sir.
sorry, lieutenant.
That's okay.
He's going to get somebody killed
Okay.
because he doesn't have de-escalation skills.
Okay. Well, I can say
And-
I've supervised him for quite a while now, and I've never seen anything that would indicate that.
Yeah,
However,
you're gonna
I will
defend
go
him,
back.
the
Hold
blue
on,
line.
please. You're asking me. Let me explain to you.
Sure.
Like I explained to you, I'll be more than happy to go back and review his video. And like I said, if there's any kind of rudeness, policy violation, then it will be handled. Because I won't stand for that on my shift. It shouldn't be that way. And
Right.
if that's the case, and if you want to come in Monday and go to our Office of Professional Standards and file that complaint, you are more than welcome to, and they'll look
Absolutely.
into it.
All right.
Okay.
Yeah,
but in
yeah.
the future, if I may, just because I want you to learn as well as I'm trying to learn from you, right? You do have a right to film, and we encourage it. However, getting right in the middle of it all is something that you can't do, and he's got the
I
right
would
to ask.
never do that,
I'm just,
except, like
I'm
I
not saying
said,
you did. I'm just
no,
explaining.
this time I did, but only because
Okay, you just said
this
you did,
time-
and you just told me
I know.
you would never do that, and then you just turned around and
I
said
said
that you
I
did
would
this
never
time.
do that if you guys were already on scene.
Okay, so
But
once
in
he gets
this
here, then it
case,
changes.
but in this case, I had already met her, so I was not interfering because she gave me permission to
It
be
doesn't
an
matter at that
independent
point, sir. Once the
observer.
officer arrives, that's his scene. He's in control of it.
He is, but she also has a right to, just like she could have held a camera,
Yes, she
she
does,
can have
but
somebody
from a
hold a
distance.
camera. Press on.
Master by the name of Bates, smoking more than all 50 states combined. Yeah, right, I gotta stay on the grind. I got no money, so my weed's on my mind. I hit the club, but you know I can't dance. 7 and 7 in my cutoff chance. Tie that shirt in my long ass hair. What part of how I look makes you think I care?